I finally get a chance to play doctor with a patient who probably should have gotten a second opinion.
Just the tip.
Medical school takes years.
Scalpel.
Thank you.
But I'm picking up what I can in a day.
Do you say thank you in an operating room?
We don't.
Every year, thousands of soldiers and civilians all over the world wind up on the wrong end of an IED, a landmine, a falling bomb, or a deadly rocket attack, and require combat medics to work in conditions I can't even begin to imagine.
Well, that's not good.
These guys are the backbone of strategic operations. Kit Lavelle is a decorated naval aviator with 243 combat missions over Vietnam. Dr. Reg Franchose is a laparoscopic and trauma surgeon. Combining Department of Defense-approved training with the resources of an authentic Hollywood studio, Strategic Operations is uniquely suited to desensitize participants to real-life combat situations and create the most realistic medical simulation imaginable. With our mixing done, Ace takes me inside Strategic Operations Workshop to show me some containers of freshly made blood.
You can see
The thickness
the thickness of it. This blood is also used as like a hematoma blood. So if we're gonna do a surgery, we'll
Right.
put some of this blood kind of on the top, so it's settled on the top, so that when they cut and they make the incision in, they've got this kind of thick blood waiting for them when they open up. And then also if there's an injury in the back of the bag, this will be kind of around that injury too, to simulate that thicker blood.
Ace shows me around the production shop where the cut suits and their contents are manufactured.
A lot of the parts that we build start right here with Michael.
Mike. Likewise.
Michael specializes in creating the organs that go inside the cut suits.
Do you work primarily with intestines and stomachs, or do you do all sorts of everything?
And skin as well.
You're a skin guy?
First job, inject some silicone into an intestine mold.
Oh, no. I've got a leak here.
That's okay. That's a good sign.
Oh, that's okay, good.
That's okay. See, there we go. So it's coming out,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to continue down.
I've never made an intestine before, Mike.
This is the kind of place where a leaky colon means you're doing it right.
Is that an average amount of runoff?
No. That is above average.
Which is a nice way of saying below average.
Once filled, the mold is left to bake inside the giant oven. The parts will bake for 4 hours at 200 degrees Celsius. While in the oven, I help Michael wheel out something called the 6-in-1. Inside the 6-in-1 is the skin that envelops the cut suit.
Ow! Huh?
Emily takes a hands-on approach to her work, or hands-in, to be precise.
So here we have our cut suit vest. All of these organs go inside of it. This guy is gonna go on the bottom.
Kidneys,
But you
right.
gotta get this through this bottom hole here.
This would be the aorta, probably?
Yes, very good.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit some
That'll
alcohol.
just help it slide easier.
I don't know, man. Seems like a mighty big tube for a little tiny hole. That heart's a mess.
I know. That is a rough heart right there. Also, it's a liver.
What are you laughing at, Michael? You just make your skins. Mind your business. Here's the heart.
Here's the heart.
It's this heart-shaped thing.
This is it, yeah. You're gonna want this. And they're upside down.
I know.
Okay, you're testing me on that one. Shove them in there. If you spray more alcohol in there, it'll all slide in.
I mean, nobody has ever said there's just too much lubrication. Now, this tube seems to be twisted up. Is this a problem?
The tube should try to go through the top, which, oh, you got them flipped. How'd you do that? I've never seen that happen.
Well, you know.
That's impressive.
I try and do new things.
Okay, next I would do this. Where do you think it goes?
The liver?
The
that
liver.
goes down in this area. Maybe a little higher.
Yeah.
Maybe right behind the kidney. Or maybe right in front of the kidney.
Hey!
That's where that goes. Now, that's a level of liver disease, though, that's,
Oh, that's a bad day right
That's
there.
a-
That's an explosion. That
Yeah.
got hit with some shrapnel.
you don't survive. A liver
Well,
like that, that's
fortunately, the
tough.
liver, you know, you can cut out a section and it'll, you know,
Dear.
they can't drink anymore, but
Well, what's the point?
yeah, what's the point? This is what you were helping Michael make. You helped
Yes,
to make
the
this.
intestines, right.
Yeah. Just gonna fix this.
Bringing literally minutes of experience to the task at hand. Steady as she can.
I'm gonna help you out here. Here we go. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that, all by yourself.
Not really. You were right there, Emily.
Yeah, I can cut that out.
Well, it's not that kind of show, I'm afraid.
Then the last step is the visceral lining, which kind of holds it all in place. Yep, locks in. Mm-hmm. And then once this is all built, so it goes on a person, and then we put a skin on top of it.
Forceps. Just always wanted to do that.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not gonna do anything with it.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't use that, it would tear.
No.
Do you wanna put it on?
Why not?
The fruits of your labor? Now pull that up, because we want your collarbone to be close to your actual collarbone.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Like when you operate on a person in a simulation, is there a person wearing this thing?
Yeah,
The full, really?
the full thing. And there's a pelvis that can strap on. You have the skin over it. You get a lot more like educational benefit off of like putting a tourniquet on a real human. A mannequin just lies there, you know?
Yeah.
You see like a real human face
Oh.
to what you're doing. It's a lot more real, a lot more beneficial of training. I don't know if I'd hire you, but you didn't break anything, so we're good. Now you get to wear that the rest of the day.
Okay.
So you can just proceed on.
Great.
No.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, sure, Mike, it looks real, but what about the smell?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hi.
We've showed up with the smell.
Are you the liquid ass guys?
We're the liquid ass guys.
I first stumbled across liquid ass years ago, back when fart products held a certain appeal for me.
I remember this
I'm
stuff.
sure it doesn't affect you whatsoever. That backed him up.
Oh, God, I
backing me
remember
up.
that.
Yep, it's all coming back to me.
If you're not familiar with it, this is liquid ass. It's something you can buy. It's basically a fart prank.
Yes. A bad smell prank.
You can tell that because it says fart prank right on the thing. Ace, you're actually making what we're going to
Just
call
making
the...
it, yeah, so this is like fecal matter that you would find kind of scattered around in the abdomen when there's been a trauma.
So that's the job right now, to get the synthetic poop into the synthetic intestine.
At strategic operations, realism is the only thing that matters. And if you're going to cut into a body with leaking intestines, the smell of fecal matter is not left to the imagination.
Oh.
The smell has got to be real. And trust me,
Oh, it's coming out all over.
it is.
That's okay.
I mean, that's what it would do,
What
right?
it would do. What you can do with that is kind of prick into the intestines. I have the whole section right there laying out for you.
But now you're past the prank stage, man. You're actually,
This is-
you're actually helping save lives.
It's the next level.
And now I'm really wondering what's going to happen next.
Brings us back to the hyper-realistic training environment. This is just one of many exercises conducted for field medics in combat situations.
Are you okay? Jeez. Dude, what? I'm Mike.
I'm white.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Heather.
Heather, how are you?
I mean, this is so shocking at a glance.
Getting this around her limb, I'm twisting. It's closing in.
Show me.
If I weren't here slowing things down, Wyatt would address his patient's immediate needs.
Grab her limb in her leg.
Hand me that leg.
Then he'd get her out of the hot zone and into a warm zone.
And we're heading to the ER. To your right.
All right.
But remember Ricky? His day is just getting started.
We built a realistic operating room, and we started building these realistic simulators.
This appears to be a real person under here.
There is. These guys get a hand because they have to lay here while we do this.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
Ricky.
Ricky. I'm Mike.
Nice to meet you.
We're going to do some terrible things.
It's my very first real live fake surgery.
Scalpel.
Here we go.
Scalpel.
Thank you. Do you say thank you in an operating room?
You don't.
Okay.
Right down the middle, about a half-inch
say
deep.
that
You don't say I'm sorry or thank you. Good. Down the middle, half an inch deep.
And then usually,
Can pull it apart a little bit.
yeah, we lift up on the skin and pull.
Good grief, that's
We
realistic.
got a lot of blood in there. So you're going to take some scissors, and you're going to start releasing the spleen.
It's going to cut right there. As close to the clamp as I can.
No, as close to the spleen as you can. So there's your, feel it, soft. I mean, you were making it this morning.
Yeah.
Aislinn is back there, pumping the fake blood we made earlier today, keeping it real.
You want to drive the stitch right under the clamp and right through that vessel. There you go.
And then come
Now-
through and grab it.
Yep, it's pretty good. All right, throw down a tie like you're tying your sneakers.
Because my sneakers are Velcro.
Maybe there's a reason for that.
Believe me.
We just put it on the tip, pull it through, tie it down.
And that's called the mesentery you just went through?
This is the mesentery, yeah, it's the blood supply to the bowel. And squeeze it out.
And there it is, the liquid ass we've all been waiting to smell.
Get as much of the contamination out of there as we can. You enjoy your first surgery lesson?
Ah, enjoy. It's such an odd word.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Sorry if I got a little handsy.
All branches of the U.S. military train at strategic operations, along with the FBI, the DEA, U.S. Marshals, and myriad local law enforcement agencies.
It's pretty amazing. You find yourself in town with your family, especially the small kids, come on by and say hello. They won't let you in, but they love people. Thanks, guys.